Episode 2 of Toxic Town begins with a time jump. Susan's son, who's now a little older, struggles with skin conditions and multiple operations. An investigative journalist reaches out to Susan, but she refuses to get involved, unwilling to open that can of worms. Later, she takes her son to the doctor, who suggests cosmetic surgeries to help Connor with his hand deformity and other complications. Meanwhile, Ted's father sadly passes away. Upset with the ongoing issues at the Rhodes and Miller site, Ted decides to secretly hand over Pat's contract documents to council member Sam Hagen. Sam confronts Roy, the council leader, about the manipulated tender contract, pointing out that it is clear evidence that Pat had been awarded a contract he never should have received. Roy promises to look into the matter, but Sam warns him that the documents in his possession are just copies. As Connor undergoes surgery, we learn that Tracey is pregnant again, this time with twins. But she's terrified about her pregnancy. Outside the hospital, she and Susan meet again and share updates on their situations. Susan tells Tracey about the journalist, and since Tracey is interested in speaking with him, Susan reaches out to Graham Hind. Later that night, Sam catches Ted dropping off another pile of photocopies at his house. Ted urges Sam to take action, explaining that the situation is actually worsening. However, Sam hesitates, as confronting a popular council member like Ted would mean risking his own position as a councillor. Ted pushes him to do the right thing. The next day, when Roy attempts to negotiate with Sam, getting aggressive in the process, Sam ultimately chooses to quit. During their conversation, it becomes clear that Roy is planning to run in the upcoming elections and wants to get re-elected. To gain public support, he needs a redevelopment project to move forward quickly, regardless of the consequences that may cause. Meanwhile, Susan gets into a fistfight with a townswoman who mocks her after a story is published in a newspaper. Derek's wife, Maggie, decides to meet Susan despite her husband's disbelief that their child's defect could be due to the toxicity in the town. In the meantime, Tracey gives birth to her twins safely, and thankfully they seem to be absolutely fine. The next day, Susan meets Tracey at the park and asks for advice on whether they could turn their situation into a legal case. Tracey helps her with the process, and soon after a lawyer visits Susan, her high school teacher's son, who understands the struggles the town's mothers are facing. Elsewhere, Ted is fired from his job at the council as retaliation for his relentless efforts to expose the mismanagement of toxic waste and other irregularities tied to Roy's approved contractors. At the same time, Sam takes the evidence to the police. Later that night, Susan invites the affected mothers to her friend Patty's local bar, along with their lawyer Des Collins. She worries that not enough people will show up, but she's surprised when a large number of families turn up in support. The episode then ends with a pretty shocking scene. The evidence against the council is set on fire, destroying the proof of their negligence. So Toxic Town continues to impress with its well-paced and tightly written episodes. Every scene serves a purpose, ensuring steady plot progression without unnecessary drag. Since this is a mini-series, the pacing remains fast, with major developments unfolding rapidly while simultaneously maintaining dramatic tension. The episode also delves into the psychological toll the incident has taken on families, especially the mothers, who had silently blamed themselves for their children's painful experiences, from surgeries to social stigma. This emotional burden is reflected in Maggie and Susan's conversation, where Maggie admits that, in a twisted way, she felt grateful to realise this could be somebody's fault. We are also moving closer to the series' central conflict, as Roy and the council take increasingly drastic steps to silence resistance, starting with Ted's firing and the destruction of evidence. With stakes rising, the upcoming episodes promise a gripping mix of thrill and drama, and we can't wait to see all of this unfold. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.